pushing. Keep pushing. Ravi. Ravi work. Keep going. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. Don't get lazy on the control. Stop falling in the line.
Hey, Chris, Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Waratah Cup semi-finals at Lambert Park between APIA Leichhardt and the SD Raiders. Both teams vying for a spot in the final. I'll just unplug myself for now. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Welcome to Lambert Park, the home of APIA Leichhardt FC, for the Waratah Cup semi-finals between APIA Leichhardt and the SD Raiders. Both teams vying for a spot in the Waratah Cup final, where they will face either Sydney United or Sydney Olympic. Kickoff due at 7:45. Beautiful. Waratah Cups already in their rich history. Only Sydney United have got one better. They have 7, winning last year's Waratah Cup against the Northern Tigers by 1-0. Interestingly enough, 3 of the 4 semi-finalists from 2025 are in the semis again. SD Raiders, APIA and Sydney United all in the Final 4. And will all be representing New South Wales in the Australia Cup, along with Sydney Olympic, who replaced the Northern Tigers, who were last year's finalists. Sydney Olympic and Sydney United have also kicked off already at Belmore Sports Ground in their semi-final clash this evening. As we mentioned, qualifying for the Waratah Cup semi-finals also means that these clubs qualify for the Australia Cup, and they'll find out their opponents on Monday evening as the Australia Cup draw takes place. We'll be able to see who will be coming up against who and who'll be on the road. Everyone loves a road trip, and I'm sure that's what all 4 teams coming out of New South Wales will be looking forward to, and of course progressing as far as they can in that competition. But the attention for the moment turns to the Waratah Cup. As we said, these teams have the opportunity to win their first piece of silverware in 2026 if they're able to qualify for the final, and of course lift the trophy on grand final night. No date set in stone yet, or a venue either. It should be sorted in the coming days. Teams also participating in the Waratah Cup with Deploy footballs. Deploy, the official ball sponsor of the Waratah Cup. We thank them for their partnership with Football New South Wales in the midst of a World Cup. Some knockout football always lifts the mood as the game kicks off. We'll go through the lineups for you now for both sides for the home team. Somewhat rotated squad from the weekend, but this is how strong APIA Leichhardt is. Alex Park starts in goals. He started in all of APIA's cup games so far this season. Number 2, Saya Kambayashi. Number 14, Max Court. Number 15, Tembom Watamalo. Number 16, Sean Simmons. Number 19, Fabian Monge. Number 21, Michael Kuda. Number 22, Eddie Caspers. Number 24, Cameron Fong. Number 26, Oscar Gonzalez. And number 30, Alex Denmead. For the visiting SD Raiders, well, Goran Yulbe has had a few headaches with team selection. In goals, number 40, William Lucas. Number 4, Cooper Hannigan. Number 6, Lachlan Everett. Number 8, James Letta. Number 10, Luka Knežević. Number 17, Martin Fernandez. Number 18, Charlie Ragg. Number 22, Jonathan Sabatu. Number 23, Thomas Mako. Number 37, Robbie Eramugo. And number 47, Ethan Bevan. There's Max Court in possession, and lots of noise around Max Court. Lots of interested suitors. The club very patient. Max Court also encouragingly very patient and waiting to see what is the best move for him and the best deal for himself, where he will play as much football as possible and continue to grow into a very special prospect. He's caught, just out-muscled there by Mako. Sprays the ball wide for Cooper Hannigan. We spoke about players unavailable and headache selections, or selection headaches I should say, for Goran Ljubaya. One of those, Miki Marčić, who had a baby 5 days ago. Congratulations to him and the wife. A very special moment for the Marčić family. Unavailable for selection today. Daddy duties for Mihail Marčić. And so no Lockie McGrath, who is unwell. Key players for Ljuboja, whose team picked up a massive victory away at Ilinden Sports Centre on Sunday night. Jakov Malbasha with the winner late on in that one. They've got another tough task coming up this week when they come up against Sydney United on Sunday, and a whole heap of fixtures for both of these two teams. And that is somewhat the problem. We talk about the depth. The SD Raiders having to dig deep in their selection. No Serge Malfara either, the captain unavailable this evening. And then you look at Apia's bench this evening, and the likes of Eijin Kishimoto, Michael Conestable, Presley Ortiz, Levi Shuriaga, Franco Farinella, Navid Alizada. Those names would start in almost any NPL team in the competition. That is the depth that Franco Parisi has at his disposal. When these cup games come around, well, it's actually good to keep the squad happy, give players important minutes. Rory Jordan, not even in the squad today, resting. And you saw how important he's been to APIA over the last few weeks. Jordan Segredo waiting for his opportunity as well. Once the transfer window opens, will make himself available for Parisi's squad selection. APIA, no doubt, the team with the most depth in the NPL New South Wales competition, and I'm sure they'll be keen to really give the Oz Cup a proper run for it this year, and of course secure some silverware with the Waratah Cup. Here's Jonathan Sabatu. Mako in midfield now, driving forward into the space. SD have been in some good form in the league. They've allowed themselves to sit only 3 points outside of the top six. An incredible feat for Goran Ljuboja's side. Spoke about how tight his selection is, how stretched his team is as well. Here's Alex Denmead. Get back to that thought in a moment as Max Court turns on the edge of the area, shows some trickery and quick feet. Opportunity still alive. Kambayashi has his shot deflected. May roll out for a corner here. Does so, the first corner of the afternoon. Denmead goes short. Training ground move didn't quite work out. Simmons was the target with the low pass at the near post, but didn't quite work out for the home team. When I say that the SD Raiders are only 3 points off the sixth place Sutherland Sharks, but they're only 5 points above the relegation playoff game, a dreaded relegation playoff game. No whistle. APIA come away with the ball through Denmead. Intercepted by Kambayashi, but the ball given away to Fernandez, and he's been another outstanding player, as has this man Knežević, who could have taken that touch there and perhaps had a shot toward Alex Parks' goal. Here's Fernandez, his pass into the feet of Fong and cleared away by Alex Parks. Mako back for Ethan Bevan. He scored a spectacular goal a couple weeks ago, finding the top corner when no one expected a shot. Bevan showing all his class. Here's Knežević, cuts in on the right. Luka Knežević, first shot on target for the visiting side. Comes the way of SD Raiders as number 10. Well, it's been waiting for an opportunity in the States top tier. Got it so far. And Denmead's first touch lets him down slightly. There's a good opportunity there. Quick switch, almost catching out SD Raiders. Sabatu. Nice switch of play by Lachlan Everett. Hannigan under pressure from Kambayashi. Manages to keep possession. Great turn from Fernandez once more. Looking for Eramugo, who's got bundles of pace, and Eramugo creating problems for Kuda in the end. Overzealous, says the assistant referee on the far side, and a free kick goes the way of the home team. One ball now, but the offside flag is raised on Kambayashi. It was very close. Assistant referee on this near side saw it all the way. Both assistant referees in action early. Nice combination again between Marty Fernandez and Luka Knežević, who's continued his run. Fernandez gets in the box, look to square it up, and wins the SD Raiders' first corner of the evening. Can they put the home side under some serious pressure now? It'll be Knežević to take. We'll try to keep you up to date with results elsewhere. Fernandez with the header. And that was a very good chance for the home team. Sorry, for the visitors. A great opportunity. Fernandez's header, the pace taken off via the deflection. It looked as though it was heading on its way in. SD took the short corner and perhaps caught APIA off guard slightly. Mugo unable to keep it in. Also forward Sabatu with Gonzalez in close pursuit, and Sabatu calmly in the end pays it out to Letta, the partner of Ashley Letta, who calls Lambert Park home. James Letta just a visitor here today. Cheeky chip there from Oscar Gonzalez, and we looked at William Lucas had it covered all the way. In the end, I think the SD Raiders keeper was a little worried. Intelligent from Gonzalez, who himself has had many people knocking on the door. He will be playing in the A-League next year. And it is still very early, but it seems as though we may already have our first finalist. Sydney United lead Sydney Olympic by 2-0 already. They'll be looking to make it back-to-back Waratah Cups, unless Sydney Olympic pulls the rabbit out of the bag. Strong challenges in midfield. Ball goes the way of the Raiders. Rag brings it down. Ethan Bevan and Charlie Ragg there combining it. I'll tell you what, didn't have numbers on their backs. Those two would most definitely get mistaken many times throughout the game. Fortunately, they're both playing opposite sides, but from a distance, good pass as twins. And Parks there almost getting closed down by Eramugo. That one comes through to Eramugo. He's onside. Kuda kept him on, but Caspers worked hard to get back and perhaps caught Eramugo a little off guard. He's Denmead. Almost lost out to Ragg. Caspers again sweeping up and picking up the loose ball. Bevan under pressure from Court. Has to clear out. Here's Monge. Out to Court. 1-on-1 with Hannigan. Cheeky little pass through. Martin Fernandez picks it up, but Monge makes up for his mistake, wins the ball back. I have to admit, can't say I'm best pleased with the jersey choice from the visitors. One's maroon, one's green. The lighting isn't the greatest at Lambert Park, and I think for the players on the park, they're both teams wearing dark kits. Could get quite confusing at times. Never understand how opposition teams, when travelling away from home, wear their light kit in particular if another team's home kit's dark. Nonetheless, one to think about in the future. Not just for away teams, maybe for Football New South Wales as well, as Cameron Fong makes a central run, closed down by 3 green jerseys. Here's Sebatu, straight into the feet of Temba Mwatamalo. Court, moves it straight back to the away team. Here's Eramugo, trying to hold off Kuda, and in support came Fabian Monge, and APIA come away with the ball. Denmead, how about that for a switch pass? Finds Kambayashi on the far side. Saya Kambayashi into the area. Back for Max Court. Good challenge from Thomas Mako. Referee originally gave a corner. Decided it was a goal kick in the end. Here's Fong. Central pass to Oscar Gonzalez, who had his shirt pulled by James Letter. Free kick now for Rapia. Kambayashi will deliver the ball into the box. Great ball in. Gonzalez should have got more on that, and he knows it as well. Delightful delivery from Saya Kambayashi, Japanese import. He's become a favourite here at APIA. Almost putting one on the platter for Oscar Gonzalez. First time pass from Fernandez. Cooper Hannigan, 1-on-1. Hannigan! Great save by Alex Parks. A strong left hand keeps that one out. And Goran Yulbia would have been hoping that any other player in his attacking third, had got on to the end of that one. He's right back, getting on the end of that lovely pass from Martin Fernandez. Here he is again, this time losing control of the ball. Parks has to deal with that. Save will give him proper confidence. Hannigan didn't do too much wrong. Alex Parks making a very good save. Now ball played over the top for Denmead. Great touch this time to get around Rag. Finds Court, and Max Court buries that one in the bottom corner. Powerful effort. Finds the back of the net. And the home team take the lead with their first real shot on target. The youngster, the teenager, the superstar, Max Court, blasting the ball beyond William Lucas. And APIA will lead in the Waratah Cup semi-final. Fantastic work, though, by Alex Denmead. First to beat Charlie Ragg with such ease with that first touch. And then the composure to find the pass to Court, who did the rest. Maybe a real kick in the teeth for Goran Ljubija's team, who's actually started this game quite well. Had a couple good chances, one in particular to Hannigan that they didn't take advantage of. They shouldn't put their heads down. It's been encouraging for the visitors. There's still a long way to go. Just a tough pill to swallow, and you've been quite good to start the game off. Here's Monge, and this is where APIA is so dangerous. So much quality in the front third. Kambayashi toe poking that one through, and Denmead almost picking up another assist. This time his pass getting just cut out. Speaking to Sean Simmons before the game, he really loves that tag, the veteran. I suggested maybe we change it to Gramps. Wasn't too happy with that one. What a star as well he is. Absolute APIA Leichhardt legend, Sean Simmons. Here's Monge, bit of space. Could he have a shot here? Monge goes direct and tipped over the top by Lucas. It was very central. A couple feet either side of the keeper, and I think that one would have hit the back of the net. But another good chance for the home team. Denmead will take the corner now for APIA Leichhardt. Delivery toward the back post, too much on that one, and well, somehow they've managed to keep it in. They're giving it straight back. And Lucas looking for options, not many available to him. Not sure who the intended target was there from the ST Raiders keeper, and Goran Ljubija just raising both hands in question. Look at the run here from Monge, spotted by Simmons. Monge might get there before Ethan Bevan does. He's caught. Still Max Court. Wants another Court, this time saved by Lucas. He's let up. All the way back to Lucas. Pass into Lockie Everett. Keeping possession now. The SD Raiders. Mako under real pressure though. APIA stepping quite high. Caspers again mopping up. How about that from Simmons? Feint to go one way. Plays the ball the other. Gets it back now. Simmons crosses in. Great ball for Kambayashi, who didn't quite connect with the volley as you would have liked. And APIA starting to slowly toy with their opponent. Looking really comfortable in possession now. Did say that visitors had a couple chances, but now APIA free-flowing, throwing extra numbers forward. Cameron Fong there, playing as a makeshift striker. Denmead now slotting into right back. Disciplined from the youngster. Everett back to Letta. Sebatu into the feet of Rag. Here's Mako. Nice play from the SD Raiders, but just a little too much on that pass from Mako. Rag couldn't get there. Headed over the grandstand by Sebatu. Caspers back for Fong. Denmead couldn't take that forward. Here's Fernandez. Forward for Cooper Hannigan. Hannigan's cross blocked. Hannigan, who had that excellent chance for the SD Raiders minutes before APIA took the lead. Here's Mako. Combining with Hannigan. Knežević. Forward for Jonathan Sebatu. Sebatu delivers into the area. Headed away by Caspers. And again, APIA take possession. Kambayashi plays through Gonzalez. And now Oscar Gonzalez getting into the area. Max Court cuts back. Still Gonzalez and Ethan Bevan. Good defending to get back. Make an important challenge. Caspers now closed down by Aramugo. Has his pocket picked. He did it to Aramugo earlier in the first half. Mako. Heavy touch. As Cameron Fong comes away with the ball. Court wants it played centrally. Still Fong. Plays it forward for Court. Cuts it back for Gonzalez. And it's two. The two teenagers combine. Max Court and Oscar Gonzalez. This time Gonzalez with the finish. Fine work from APIA Leichhardt. A lovely flowing attacking move. Again, Max Court involved. This time laying the ball off for Oscar Gonzalez. And APIA now in real control of this one. 2 goals to the good. Their lead is doubled. And both Waratah Cup semi-finals have the favourites in front by 2 goals to nil. Sydney United leading Sydney Olympic 2-0 at Belmore. Now APIA returning the favour here. Also 2 to the good, and it looks as though we're in for a blockbuster final as well between APIA Leichhardt and Sydney United as things stand. Obviously, still a lot of football to play as Cooper Hannigan drives through it. Free kick goes the way of the SD Raiders. Knežević told to take the ball back a metre or so. Bevan goes forward, so Batu stays back. We need to grab a goal before the break. The SD Raiders to get themselves in this game. Lots of shirt pulling going on as well. Cross comes in, cleared away. So Batu takes it forward. Switch pass from Hannigan. It's a beautiful one for Rag. Marlon Fernandez, great feet from him. Gets it to Mako. Thomas Mako saved by Parks again. Another good chance there for the SD Raiders. They've had a couple that they haven't quite taken advantage of. Can't even call them half chances. They really are a little bit more than that. The one to Cooper Hannigan, a gilt-edged opportunity that they didn't take. APIA 2 chances, 2 goals as they drive forward again. Here's Knežević. Still Luka Knežević, flicks it out to Mako. Rag gets his head up, delivers toward the far post. Robbie Eramugo jumps, doesn't get there. No foul either though. Saya Kambayashi puts his body in the right place and comes away with the ball. And APIA now calming things down. Here's Caspers. Leaves it for Monge, who got a little bit too comfortable there. Gave it away. Chance opens up. Everett's deflected just wide. It may have in fact come off his own player. I think it may have been Marty Fernandez that the ball came off as Everett struck toward goal. As I said, APIA has been pretty comfortable and clinical. Something they weren't on Saturday night against the Wollongong Wolves. Definitely are this evening. But they have given the SD Raiders a couple opportunities to get themselves into the game. This time, the SD Raiders not clinical. Here's another given away pass. Eramugo trying to bring the ball under control, does so, finds Knežević. Battling hard to fix his error, Luka Knežević, which he did. Eramugo runs into trouble again. This time Oscar Gonzalez back working hard in defence. Just like that, the home team get out of a bit of pressure. Long ball over the top. Then made the target, so Batu plays it forward for Rag. Everett. Here's Luka Knežević dropping very deep to pick up the ball. Fernandez spreads it wide for Hannigan. Eramugo a target in the box. Good defending from Watamalo. Kuda calm under pressure, and again APIA able to play the ball out. First time pass searching for Gonzalez. Letta has to be careful. Wins the foul. Intelligent, experience play from James Letta. Hannigan under pressure, gives it away. You can see every time APIA spot an opportunity with the press, which has been executed almost perfectly in this game so far. They come away with the ball. They've got it back again now. Here's Denmead. Alex Denmead buries it in the bottom corner. Again, APIA absolutely clinical here tonight. Alex Denmead blasting the ball beyond William Lucas. And APIA go to a 3-goal lead. Devastating attack from the home team. Not for the first time in this game. And they are in absolute cruise control now. Just as I spoke about the press creating problems for the visitors, APIA force a turnover and punish the SD Raiders immediately. The SD Raiders sort of need to make sure this one doesn't get a little ugly. Like I said, they got an important game on Sunday against Sydney United. That's the United Sports Centre. Blacktown also face a difficult task. APIA face a difficult task at Blacktown City. Blacktown City, who just defeated the Sutherland Sharks away from home, and Landon Stadium, not really an easy place to go to. Difficult pitch to play on. In saying that though, Blacktown's home form has not been impressive this year. I've got no doubt that Franco Parisi will have half an eye on Sunday, as will Goran Ljuboja. Here's Fernandez, back out wide, and there was a foul on Hannigan, but the pass should have come central to Knežević, who was completely unmarked. A yellow card as well, dished out by the referee to Eddie Kaspers. Knežević on free kick duty for the Raiders. They need a goal before the break if they're to have any hope of getting back into this game. The away side. Knežević preparing to deliver into the box. Everyone inside, bar Lucas inside the opposition's half for the Raiders. Great ball in, headers there. And how have the SD Raiders not scored there? Incredible how it's still 3-0 and not 3-1. Can APIA punish? They might just do so, and Lucas off his line. My word. I'm in absolute shock how that ball did not cross the line there. I need to have a look at that again. What an opportunity for the SD Raiders, and I mentioned it earlier, it's not as though they've been without their opportunities. They've had them. There was a clear-cut one there. Here's Fernandez. Still Marty Fernandez. Space opens up now for that shot. Fernandez too close to Alex Parks. Fong forward for Gonzalez, who manages to stay on side. Kambayashi wants to play it across, and Bevan, important clearance there from him. Your graphic says 4-0, but it's only 3. APIA have had the opportunities to make it 4. Yes, the Raiders have had their chances as well. Short corner taken again. Gets back to Denmead this time. Blocked by Mako, only as far as Caspers. Temba Mwatamalo. Recycle now. Gotta be careful they don't lose it here, APIA. Denmead. Kuda. Back to Fong. Denmead goes down. No foul, says the referee. Here's Mako. Everett. Sends it wide for Hannigan. Knežević slips over. Slipped over twice, he did there. Letta back for Sebatu. Simmons for Court. Court looking to thread the needle. Works out for Sean Simmons. Kambayashi, flags raised. So much movement from APIA. You see how high Fong and Simmons both get, the left and right backs. Not afraid to get into attacking positions, and stay under pressure again. This time the ball comes off Sebatu last. Monge. Kuda plays it forward all the way through to William Lucas. Could be an injury here. It's Max Court, that's down at the moment. Referee going to check on his welfare. I've just had a look at that free kick opportunity again. The header came in initially from Charlie Ragg after the Knežević cross. The rebound fell the way of Marty Fernandez, I think, but it was Michael Kuda who made a block on the line that came off the crossbar and kept the score at 3-0. Bevan. They're just ahead of Fong. Now Mako. Simmons. Sydney United still lead against Sydney Olympic at Belmore. That one well into the second half by 2-0 as we approach the halftime break. Switched ball here for Charlie Ragg. Under pressure from Fong. Just in back play there. James Letta was accidentally taken out by Sao Kambayashi, who slipped over. And Letta is seriously struggling. Can't afford to lose him as well, in particular if Lockie McGrath isn't in the best physical shape at the moment. So Batu wide for Ragg. Good first touch into Fernandez. Good defending again from Eddie Caspers. Just there's so much dirty work. Maybe doesn't get the plaudits he deserves week in, week out, but it's become a proper hard-working number 6 who does so much of the dirty work for Franco Parisi's team and been a real staple of the side this season. Difficult to see APIA compete without him as Kambayashi drives through the middle. Offside flag would have been raised had Max Court got there anyway. Shot taken and it goes just wide. Something out of nothing for APIA. Oscar Gonzalez feels like he perhaps should have done a little better with that. William Lucas will take the goal kick as we slowly tick over into the final minute of the first half. They've got to be careful not to concede another before the break. Play themselves into trouble once more. Casper's brought down unnecessarily by Marty Fernandez. Free kick to APIA, taken quickly by Casper's form Watamalo. Central pass into Fong. Now out wide to Sean Simmons. Combining with Court, the veteran, and the young star. And Simmons managing to get through somehow against Hannigan. And still Simmons, how about that for a run? Winding back the ears, Sean Simmons. Wins APIA a corner. And perhaps one final chance to add another goal to the scoreline. 4-0 before the break would be very tough for the SD Raiders to deal with. 3-0 if 3-0 wasn't bad enough. The fourth official lets us know there'll be 1 minute of additional time. A minimum of 1 minute, I should say. Corner delivered toward the back post. No one there. All defended from the SD Raiders. Which should just about take us to the break. Lucas will go long. Referee getting himself in the way. Might in fact work out for the SD Raiders. Free kick given. Not sure there'll be enough time to take it. And there isn't. That is the half-time whistle here at Lambert Park. A very, very good first half from the home team. They lead the SD Raiders by 3-0 after the first 45 minutes. The opener scored by the teenager Max Court. The score doubled by the other teenager, Oscar Gonzalez. And another youngster in the APIA squad, Alex Denmead, making it 3. A lot of work to do for the SD Raiders in the second half. APIA 1 foot in the Waratah Cup final. Half-time here at Lambert Park after the first 45 minutes of the Waratah Cup semi-finals. APIA Leichhardt 3, the SD Raiders 0.
Because he is very accustomed to success in this competition, but we're underway.
And we are underway. Northern Tigers kicking off from right to left. They're in the white and green stripes. Sydney United in their customary red kits. A couple times now the ball's broken for Spang, and he's only had Denton in support. But Rule will go the other way now. Opportunity to cross for Wells. Low ball in. It's a shot and it's a goal. Luke Juvela opens the scoring. The youngster finds the opener. And Sydney United lead in the Waratah Cup final with their first opportunity of the game. 7 minutes in. And they lead by 1-0.
Luke Juvela, feel your boots inside. A good finish to start the first chance, and it's all it takes for United.
As the Northern Tigers turn the ball over there cheaply in midfield, they can't afford to give the ball away like that. Here is Wells through for Rule again, who gets down this right flank once more across goal. Great challenge from Nakano. Another dangerous opportunity, and again, they're almost identical chances for the Tigers on the far side. Ball played back in. Here's a chance now. Denton, kind of areas he likes to be in. Gets it back for Green, who goes for goal. And first sight of goal for the Northern Tigers, and it was not too far away at all.
Yeah, much better from the Tigers, and it just starts with a simple throw-in on the far side. But other than that, it's been a very consistent performance from Ante Juric's side.
Juvela gets that out to Jennings. Saved by Brody Denton. Good save from the Tigers keeper. What an opportunity for United to double the lead there. Falls for Lloyd. Back out to Dorigo. Franz, it's a good ball in the box, and Denton almost got there in the end. Janjetovic grasps that. They've given it away once more. Rose goes for goal, and he's absolutely butchered that effort. Should have done so much better there. And look at Vlastelica letting Hutch know and his teammates know it's not good enough. Header won by Nakano, but only as far as Chabau. And how about that for a ball from Chabau? Pass comes in now for Dara Billard. And it goes, well, it's still in play. He's kept it in somehow. And Bailey Rule now gets his head up. Bailey Rule bursts into the box, and Rule inches away from settling that for Sydney United. And now that throw will come as Bashir Alameddine comes on. Flicked on header and into the hands of Janjetovic. It was Scott that got the flick on. And Janjetovic clutches that gratefully. And that is the full-time whistle here at Valentine Sports Park. Sydney United are the 2025 Waratah Cup champions. They defeat the Northern Tigers by 1-0. Well, we're back at Lambert Park, but before we get to the action here, 15 minutes ago, I told you it was just about over out Belmore Sports Ground. Well, it isn't, and that is because Sydney Olympic have pulled 2 goals back. It's 2-2 now, and they are moving into the 90th minute there. That one looks headed for extra time. What a turnaround. Jet McHugh-Shaw has come on in place of James Letter here at Lambert Park.
Going off for APIA Leichhardt, skipper number 16, Sean Simmons.
And Sean Simmons also replaced by Eijin Kishimoto. Change each by the 2 coaches. I'll tell you who will be having half an eye on proceedings at Belmore Sports Ground, not because of who will be playing in the final, but more so who the SD Raiders are playing on Sunday. They would absolutely love that one to go to extra time. It's 3-0 here though for the home team. On the attack early, and they make it 4. Driving run there from Alex Denmead, in the end closed down. Caspers looking for the central pass to Gonzalez, falls to Monge. Also, if you haven't seen the goal, Rosas with an absolute spectacular equalising goal for Sydney Olympic. Kura. Now Kambayashi. Sakura again. Came off Marty Fernandez. Caspers. Is it wide? Denmead crosses in. So Batu got there. Cameron Fong almost picked up the scraps. Max Court does, but foul by Alex Denmead, says the referee. United did have a bit of an extended break. They played on Friday night against Manly United. Had a draw there, but in all fairness, Manly United perhaps could have come away with all 3 points in the end. Pavlicic, some phenomenal saves in that one. It gave them an extra couple days rest before tonight's game. That extra 30 minutes that they might need to play will be very important in terms of their recovery. Kambayashi picks up that one. Here's Kuda. Kuda Futsuru. He's Futsuru captain Wade Giovanali. A keen eye on proceedings here as well, watching his national team teammates in action. Shout out to him. Exciting news in the futsal space as well. So Football New South Wales signing a sponsorship deal to help promote the game. Ever growing in this state as well. A massive step forward potentially for futsal in New South Wales. Under pressure again. SD, this time they managed to find the outlet in Marty Fernandez. Aramuga has to deal with Kishimoto, who spoke about it in previous games this year. Such a figure at the back, so strong in the air. And look at the size of his legs as well. Absolute tree trunks. So much strength. Fernandez into the feet of Lockie Everett. Now Thomas Mako. Not many options. So I need to go sideways. The SD Raiders changing sides now, looking for an outlet perhaps down the left-hand side. Is McHugh Shaw, the substitute. He clips one forward for Ramugo. Mako picks it up. Good strength there from Caspers, and Matamala saw the run from Kambayashi, instead found Everett, who's looking for Eramugo, cuts it back on the right, loses his footing at the vital moment. Robert Eramugo. Caspers looks to release Oscar Gonzalez early. Said Patu just got enough on that. The scoreline, perhaps a little overwhelming. Does not deserve to be 3-0 in fairness to the SD Raiders. They deserved at least a goal in the first half. They had two chances, very big chances, somehow stay out. Cooper Hannigan having his one-on-one effort saved very well by Alex Parks. And then Parks stepped up again, saving from a header from Charlie Ragg. This is what APIA have done in the first half. They were clinical, and Gonzalez again, as cool as you like. Max Court with another assist. Oscar Gonzalez with the finish, the combo again. Court and Gonzalez, they make it for a clinical APIA display, just as I said. The Raiders had chances. APIA were just clinical, and they've shown exactly how and why. Special mention has to go to Michael Kuda. How about that? Switch ball across to find Max Court. Weighed up perfectly. I believe that both coaches will empty their benches now, give the required players the rest they need. Sydney United and Sydney Olympic are going to extra time at Belmore Sports Ground. Full time is 2-2 there. APIA have booked their spot in the final. There's no coming back for this, for the SD Raiders. Hannigan. In saying that though, the SD Raiders won't lie down. They're not that type of a team. They're not coached that way. They'll keep fighting. Try and find a consolation at least. Communication still on the pitch is coming from the SD players. Knežević looking for Ramugo. You just feel every time APIA comes forward, they're going to score. Here's Knežević. It's caught by Caspers. All the way back to Parks. Ramugo closes Parks down. Almost got there. Here's Gonzalez. Releasing Denmead, who's got pace. McHugh Shaw trying to stay with him. Denmead onto the left and saved by William Lucas. Hannigan closed down by Kuda. Here's Knežević. Referee almost getting in the way again. Here's Hannigan. Looking for Ramugo, but Eijin Kishimoto. Too strong, too smart. And Gonzalez, how about that for a run? Oscar Gonzalez, and he got too cute. Poor decision from Oscar Gonzalez on a hat-trick. Just needed to place that one beyond William Lucas. Instead, tried to lob it over him. How about that for a first touch from Luka Knežević? The pass, not as good as the touch. afraid for the SD Raiders. This one could get pretty ugly. They're picking off their opponent with ease. Three at the back. Really working out against this clinical and potent front line of the home team. Knežević into the field of Eramugo, gets it back off him. That's a better combination between those two. Knežević tried to thread the needle for Rag. To do better with Cameron Fong. They're waiting. That previous opportunity for APIA Leichhardt. They didn't score. I know I said Oscar Gonzalez trying to be a little too cute, but the way he managed to arc his run and remain on side, that is why so many teams are after him. That's why he's put his name up in lights this season. Sydney United have retaken the lead at Belmore Sports Ground. 3-2 now. Coco with the finish there. Frustrated, having led 2-0, the game more or less over. They allowed Olympic back in and now have to play that extra 30 minutes. Something they weren't banking on, that's for sure. Especially not when they were 2 goals to the good with less than 20 minutes to go. The Raiders make a couple more changes. Matthew Lee will come on in place of Lachlan Everett. Thomas Mako also coming off, as is Luka Knežević. Jakov Malbaša has come on. Thomas Santarossa also coming on for the visitors. Kishimoto again. Comfortable there, dealing with Eramugo. Kasper's out to Kishimoto. Hannigan to Marty Fernandez, backs court, made the challenge, too short, brings the pass though. And the SD Raiders have the ball again through Santarossa, who has a go from some way out, but some way off target as well. Sydney United now with the chance to make it 4-2. They've been awarded a penalty. Given away there to Lee. Kaspers wins it back. Krislovic has put that one away at Belmore. It's 4-2 for United, and you surely can't see them allowing Olympic back into the game for a second time as Denmead makes another darting run. Cut back to court by Gonzalez. Last ditch interception. Still 30 minutes to go in this one. Monge. Braver from Monge there. And referee plays the free kick. Matthew Lee making the foul. Kura back for Kambayashi. Kishimoto for Parks. And Parks gives the ball away. Santa Rosa picks it up. Here's Fernandez. A bit of space for Marty Fernandez. Can hit him. Fernandez. Shots of handball. They'll have to settle for the corner, the SD Raiders. They did want a little bit more from that. Wasn't coming though. Another corner for the visitors. Cross comes in toward Bevan, who got up well, but couldn't quite direct it on goal. Michael Kuda will come off. He'll be replaced by Navid Alizada. Riley Cox Barlow also coming on. In place of, I thought it was Marty Fernandez, but Cameron Fong has come off for APIA. Levi Shrudiaga on for APIA. Both teams looking to empty the bench. Ensuring all players get adequate minutes and adequate rest as well. A very, very busy part of the season to come now. Obviously, APIA will be competing in the Waratah Cup final unless an absolute miracle unfolds here at Lambert Park. And also got the Australia Cup. Similarly, SD Raiders, they won't be taking part in the Waratah Cup final, but have a catch-up game to play against Sydney FC in the NPL competition. And also, like APIA, have the Australia Cup round of 32 to look forward to. Lots of football still to come for these two teams. Any opportunity they get to rest any player will come. It's a very, very open invitation. Again, we talk about that APIA depth and not many teams have the ability to do what they're doing with the players at their disposal. And Alex Parks, who hasn't played a league game this season, but such a talented young goalkeeper. He's proven that tonight, made a few key saves in the game. Monge, look at the movement from these APIA players off the ball. Kambayashi tried to feed through Denmead. You still have Presley Ortiz and Franco Farinella on the bench. The Raiders have emptied their bench out. Farinella, who started for APIA against the Wolves on Saturday at Macedonia Park. 2-0 win for APIA. Game that could have been finished with a much, much higher scoreline. drag. Back to Bevan. Great feet from Santa Rosa on the far side. That's been back in to midfield, but can't find the pass. Get the free kick though. Referee saw a tug of the jersey on Santa Rosa. Also, if you're watching another sport, not so important on Wednesday night, the Rugby League, the Origin, New South Wales lead 12-8. Chance for Sebatu, and that'll be a corner. Half time in the Origin, and it is the Blues up against the Maroons, 12-8. Why would you watch that when you've got Waratah Cup semi-final action? All you who are watching the stream are at the right place. Cross comes in toward the near post. Lee under pressure. Nice touch off Oscar Gonzalez. Cross comes in by McHugh Shaw. Back to Lee. McHugh Shaw turns, has a go, and Park saves well. Needed 2 attempts to collect the ball. In the end, did what he needed to. A snapshot from McHugh Shaw. Came off the surface very quickly. The keeper, though, up to the task. He'll be keen to keep the clean sheet. Another corner to the SD Raiders. Cross comes in. There's a couple green jerseys at the back post, but none could get on the end of that. There's a good ball in. Only considered 1 goal so far in the Cup, Alex Parks, and that was in APIA's first game of the competition. And they beat the Banksia Tigers by 10 goals to 1. Goal coming in the 84th minute. That would have really hurt. After that, they defeated Hurstville Zagreb by 3 goals to 0. And Sydney Uni 2-0. And Rolly Cox-Barlow has come on now in place of Marty Fernandez. Oscar Gonzalez penalty in round 7 against Rockdale. The same venue secured APIA's spot in the Oz Cup round of 32 and the Waratah Cup semi-final. The Raiders have had a tougher run to get to this point. It goes the way of APIA. Ramugo judged to have fouled Caspers. 10-goal thriller in the SD Raiders' first game. They beat Albion Park White Eagles by 7 goals to 3. SD was up 3-1 in that game. The White Eagles came back to make it 3-3. A few substitutions from Ljubija. In the last 25 minutes, SD Raiders managed to score 4 goals and come away with a 7-3 win. And then played another IPL team, this time beating Shell Harbour FC 5-1. Then had to overcome St George City FA away from home. Santa Rosa looks to find Malbasha, who scores a consolation. Yakov Malbasha scored on Sunday the winning goal against Rockdale, and this time getting on the end of a fantastic cross by Thomas Santa Rosa, volleying the ball home And Malbasha makes it 4-1. As I said earlier, it'd take a miracle for this one to turn, but nonetheless, never expected the SD Raiders to lie down. Parks will be disappointed that they won't get to keep a clean sheet. The SD Raiders will keep coming. They've won the ball back here again. Here's Riley Cox-Barlow lining one up, and the wrong decision from the substitute. Malbasha was open in space and asking for the ball to be played to him. Cox-Barlow decided to go on his own. And the SD Raiders, as we mentioned, St. George FA 2-1, had to overcome their third IPL team in round 7. Wollongong United, some clash that was. A last-minute goal to who else but Yakov Malbasha secured their spot in the semi-final and the round of 32 in the Australia Cup. 2-1, they defeated Wollongong United. And then come again. Bevan. Calm work from Ethan Bevan. The form he's in, he might have a go too. Hannigan crosses, poor delivery at that time. He'll get a second attempt. Can he do better here? He does. Malbasha again there. Cuts it back, and Kishimoto blocks it. Malbasha asking for a handball. Referee very far away, but the assistant referee was in a better position to potentially see that. Santarossa, who came off the bench and grabbed that assist, will take the corner now. Lots of pushing and shoving in the box. We've seen it on all the set pieces. This time the referee taking a stance. Cross comes into the near post. This time Rag can't wrap his foot around it. Goes out for a goal kick. Sabatu brings it down. Lee forward for Eramugo. Nice pass out to Court. Shuliaga's offside. I'm not sure why the whistle was blown there. I understand the keeper was under pressure, but SD Raiders probably had APIA in the position they wanted. They dragged out 2 players there. Would have preferred, I believe, to continue playing on as Bevan plays in a great through ball. This time Cox-Barlow closed down on his way through. Here's Cooper Hannigan. Chipping 1-4, that's a better ball. Here's a diving header from Eijin Kishimoto to keep it out. Denmead showing great feet and technique, crossing only too close to William Lucas. Hannigan cuts back in, finds Lee. And Lee getting too cute in the middle of the park. Can't afford to play around with the ball against the players that APIA has. In particular, how well they've been pressing this evening. Great work from Monge and Caspers. And Eramuga, great challenge. Look at Malbasha all alone. Ball gets there, but a little too slow. Can he do something? Malbasha into the hands of Parks. It just took too long for Lee to play that ball, and they've given it away again, APIA. Losing their head somewhat here. Here's Rag driving forward. Shuliaga, good defending. Jeez, what an opportunity, though, for the visitors there to make it 4-2. Took too long for that pass to get played to Malbasha. It was in a good position. Again, it's been the difference in this game. I know 4-1 seems like complete dominance from my home team, but Steve had so many chances and have not been as clinical as their opponents. That's a great touch from Robert Teramugo, but the finish left a lot to be desired. Another great chance, and Franco Parisi is going to the bench. Michael Conestabo will come on, as will Franco Farinella. Off come Fabian Monge and Eddie Kaspers. But wow, another chance for the Raiders goes begging. And they'll look back at this game. Gordon Yulboy and his coaching staff and Jordan Figon. Stefan Radovic as well, and just think of the opportunities that they missed. This game could have been very different. Remember, at 0-0, Cooper Hannigan missed a one-on-one opportunity and didn't miss. Had his shot saved by Alex Parks. And at 3-0, they had another chance, somehow blocked off the line by Michael Kuda. And they've had some golden chances in this second period as well. But APIA have had maybe 5 or 6 chances in the game, but scored 4 goals. And that's the difference between the top teams and those with aspirations to be top teams. You don't take your chances. Can't get there. Great work again. Been electric, this substitute Santa Rosa. Really made a difference since coming on. He went Malbasha in fairness. Added a bit more strength to the front line. Obviously scoring a goal as well. Jakov Malbasha. Recovered from an ACL injury. His first season back after surgery. A player with a lot of talent. High expectations before the ACL. Another ball given away by the home team. APIA, who was very good for about 60 minutes of this one, has really started to give passes away now. Franco Parisi won't be happy with that from his team. Rag for Cox Barlow. Ball didn't go out there. I thought it didn't go out. AR says it did. Kambayashi switches playing, great ball and vision to find Denmead. That's the pass out to Court, and Sebatu makes a good challenge as David Alizada was breaking through. Handball there from Shuriaga. No whistle though. Here's Farinella. Matsamalo. Cross into the box, no one there at the back post. It was all the way out to the corner almost. Ball back across for Conestabo. William Luke Lucas off his line. Had to. Oscar Gonzalez was sniffing around as he does so well. It was a real nose for goal and understands which runs he needs to make. Here's Rag, Hannigan overlapping. Pass into the feet of Cox Barlow. Here's Hannigan, first time cross. He's looking for Eramugo, but an important touch by Eugene Kishimoto. Sydney United have sealed it now. They've scored a fifth. 5-2 there. And it looks as though the final will be APIA Leichhardt against Sydney United.
Just like that, an updated score here. Sydney United 50 AFC 5.
That is an injury. It's Oscar Gonzalez, that's down. Pretty worrying. To his feet now though. Toward Cooper Hannigan, brings it down well, delivers in toward Cox Barlow. Inside the final 10 minutes here now. Oh, great touch from Court to get there ahead of Sabatu, and then cut in field, looking for Conestabo, couldn't quite find the pass, and Hannigan now finds Malbashar, brings it down well, trying to hold off Temba Mwatamalo. Franco Farinella came from the other side, kept the ball though with Santa Rosa. Now Lee switches play for Rag. Oh, it's a poor cross from Rag, and he's disappointed with himself as well. Well, if you're not watching the Origin, don't, because the Maroons have turned it around. They lead 20-12 now. Keep that one off your TV. Bevan. His pass is cut out by Conestabo. Bevan will get himself a yellow card here. Unnecessary from Bevan. In particular when we've got important league games coming up. It's something no doubt that Gordon Yulbio won't be happy with. I'm not quite sure or understanding why Conestabo's got a yellow card here. He really didn't do much wrong there at all. That's harsh on Mikey Conestabo. Bevan was looking for that yellow from the first contact he made with the APIA number 8. Kishimoto. Back to Parks. Parks plays it forward. McHugh down to Bevan. Rag back for Hannigan. Nice turn from Lee, but lost control of the ball. Kambayashi. Central pass for Connor Starbo. Looking for Shuriaga, headed away by Bevan. McHugh Shaw clears it forward. APIA come again. Kambayashi. To the feet of Farinella. Down there on Farinella. Conestabo takes it early. Kambayashi. Flipping it forward for Shuriaga. It's almost in front of Cooper Hannigan. Good defending in the end from Hannigan. Made that ball just behind Rag, who's forced backwards. Lee back to Bevan. Now Sebatu. Down there by Santa Rosa. Looks as though that burst from the SD Raiders has come to an end. After that goal, there was a bit more bite in them. But APIA have taken the pace out of the game, slowed things down. Or have they? Cox Barlow, across goal! Aramugo makes it 4-2. Just as it seemed APIA had taken the sting out of the game, SD Raiders pull another back. Robbie Aramugo making it 4-2. Surely not. Surely not. It would be the most incredible comeback. I have to say, not just in the Waratah Cup, perhaps in Australian football. That's how unlikely it would be. Ishimoto playing it forward. Would make things interesting, wouldn't it, if the SD Raiders were able to pinch a goal before the 90th minute. Gonzalez drives through, unable to get on the end of that one. Played out to Rag, played it forward now, falls to Conestabo, who clears forward. McHugh Shaw. Offside flag was raised, but again, why has the whistle gone? The SD Raiders had advantage there, they had possession, not necessarily stopping the game. Oh, McHugh Shaw really got his bearings wrong there. Full time at Belmore Sports Ground. Sydney United 58 secure their spot in the Waratah Cup final. It looks as though they'll be, well, it looked as though they'd be joined by APIA. It still does, but they made things a lot more difficult for themselves. Forward pass, blocked. Here's Rag now. Farinella slides in. Offside flag up against Aramugo. 3 minutes of time added on. Oh, it's a poor pass by Sebatu. Gonzalez running through, lays it off for Shuriaga. Levi Shuriaga cuts back on the right. Still Shuriaga. Saved. And cleared away by Matthew Lee. Oh, that's a strong, crunching challenge from Robbie Uramugo. It looked as though he gave a bit of a nudge to Alizada, which is a bit unnecessary from him. I'm not sure what's going on here. Alizada's got a yellow card, but a bit confused, to be honest. Not sure why. He's fighting Ella. Here's Shuriaga driving in with closed down. Rag switches play for Sebatu. Is there one last chance for SD Raiders to get another? Won't be enough though, and nor will there be enough time. McHugh Shaw loses out to Max Court. Here's Gonzalez on a hat-trick, don't forget. Had that chance to make it 5 and got a little overconfident. Cox Barlow twisting and turning out to Hannigan. To the feet of Cox Barlow again. Last chance for the Raiders. Here's Rag, head up, has a go, shot blocked, and that'll be that, I'd say. As Alex Parks will waste a few more seconds off the clock. And once this ball's sent forward, the final whistle should sound. And it has. It's full time at Lambert Park. APIA Leichhardt will be in the 2026 Waratah Cup final. They defeat the SD Raiders by 4-2 in tonight's semi-final. They will meet Sydney United, who needed extra time to overcome Sydney Olympic in the other semi-final. A good game of football with lots of goals, lots of action, lots of chances. Some fantastic saves as well. But in the end, APIA just a little more clinical than the SD Raiders. Goals to Max Court, a double to Oscar Gonzalez and Alex Denmead. Well, at the other end, substitute Yakov Malbasha and Robert Eramugo on the score sheet for the SD Raiders late on. But a well-earned victory and a chance for APIA next week to, when the final is announced, to equal Sydney United's 7 Waratah Cup triumphs. Full time here at Lambert Park. APIA Leichhardt 4, SD Raiders 2.